You might remember from my initial inspection of Chewy that I discovered these holes in the sill. Finally getting around to tackling these. Now I've looked through the rest of it and I've tapped through, and it seems to be solid everywhere else, that the rust is isolated to just this area. So for me it doesn't seem worth replacing the whole sill. So I'm going to do a patch repair just to cover these two holes. It's very like the one of the first videos I did on Gina, but in that case I actually had a repair section which was pressed to the shape of the sill. So I just cut out a piece that I needed and welded that in. In this case I'm going to have to form the piece, but it's not a very complex shape, so I should be able to do that easily enough. The first thing I'll have to do is use the grinder to flap wheel back the rust and chase it back, so that to make sure that the repair covers all the bad metal and we only put in good steel and join it up to the remaining good steel on the car. I have this old piece of salvaged metal, and as you can see it has a handy little tab on here, so I can see that fitting in here, and I'll use the tab to do the little piece in there. I think I'll go with it curved around the edge a little bit so that the weld doesn't end up on the edge here but inside, and then it can be ground down nice and flush. Could measure this out, but this is the way I work. I have that roughly formed into the shape that I want, so I'll scribe around it now and then cut it out using a thin cutting disc on the grinder. Condition's not too bad inside this sill. I think a wax oil treatment after I'm finished of the whole thing will preserve this car perfectly well into the future. I'll flap wheel around the edge now to give me clean metal to weld to. Now I'll weld the two edges of the metal together, and I'll tap it as I go around just to move it in and out so that I get a nice flush join between the two pieces. So that's my repair panel welded in. Now I'll grind it back so that's flush, and then we can give a light skim of filler to tidy it up. So that's the well tidied up, and a little skim of filler over that now, and should look great. I'm going to use Isopon P38 Body filler just to put a little skim over my repair, just to smoothen it out. This is the one that's a golf ball to a pea in terms of the filler to hardener ratio. And I won't need much for this because I haven't got too many depressions. It's just a light skim. That should be more than enough. Looks good. It's quitting while you're ahead with this, it's so hard. I'll leave that now for about half an hour to dry, and I should be able to sand it down then. And that's ready for sanding now. And that's ready now for the final rub down before I spray paint the car.